Because of an always it's not for you. Got that. It's for you. It's not nice that way.
Good populace! Pretend! Herein opens you're supposed to stand up this way. Herein opens the court of their majesties, your Smith, Dread King and Queen of all the Griffin lands, the best Griffin. There's no other Griffins to talk to you, Evcall. No other Griffins that are above us. That also includes North Shields and the Summits. Coming for you. Herein opens the court of their majesties. You have their majesties leave to make yourself comfortable appropriately.
Especially you.
Great. For those who need the reminder, your majesty, your populace awaits your word.
Well, first off, we'd like to say thank you all very much again for an absolutely lovely day. We know that it was definitely different than we had planned, but I think that we really have made the best of it. I think that everybody appeared to have a wonderful time. I hope you all did.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. I know we enjoyed it very much. The weather was rather chilly, so it was a little bit of, for us, it was in and out, indoors and outdoors, but it has been a lovely time, and we have really enjoyed spending time visiting with all of you.
Thank you all for the time you spent and the chance I got to talk with quite a few of you. So it was really good to see everybody, and man, it was a lot to do. So we got it, and everybody appeared to have a good time. You guys have a good time?
Yeah.
So
Did you all have a really good time? Thank you.
That's better. That's much better.
well done. Nice. We'll just get on to it then.
Oh, oh,
There, please.
hello. That was it.
We're good for a minute.
Your majesties, I do believe you have an heir
Oh, wait.
who has not been grounded and sent to his room yet.
Yeah, well, I was actually on it.
Your Royal Highness, I believe you have words.
Your Majesty's permission to discuss your populace.
Please do.
Hi, everybody! Hi! Woo! What a day! Today was amazing. I had lots of fun. Some of the arts and sciences displays were really cool. Virgil, you know what you need to do now. Just leave it at that. Don't look confused. It was a fun day. It was a fun day of fighting. It was a fun day getting to see everyone actually in person as we roll back into playing on a regular basis. In 2 weeks' time, Their Majesty will be hosting a quarter tie. This is a meeting of the cons, and that'll be happening in their Barony of Arnhold. Colors purple. We're looking forward to that. In 5 months, 5 months' time, the Great Griffin host will be marching forward to Penzig. We will be going forward to war! Thank you. We have more Artemisians so far pre-registered than ever before. And there's still room. Right now, Camp 1, because we are one Artemisia, is already packed with 40. Camp 2 is
29.
29. Woo! So that means we are filling up really fast. If you have plans or aspirations to go, please let us know, because we'd like to help you get there. It is going to be an incredible event. This is Penzig 50. This is an opportunity. The last time Artemisia was on the throne, on the world stage, we did a great job, and it was just incredible. So we're looking forward to doing it again. That's all we have for right now.
Thank you, Your Highness.
You know what? This is too much excitement for me. I'm gonna take a walk.
Bye.
Your Majesty.
Would you like to
Yeah,
ground
trouble.
him? Yeah.
No, absolutely not, because he would enjoy that. Will not do that.
Your Majesty, as a matter of business, I believe one of your kingdom officers would like to address the populace.
Okay.
May they do so?
Please.
The exchequer for the kingdom would like to come forward.
Yes, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm in friendly neighborhood of Kingdom Exchequer, and I'd just like to put a call out that we are looking for deputies for all positions. Okay, so I am looking for NMS, fundraiser, someone to take over as my emergency to take over when I'm done. All branches need deputies, so putting out that call for everyone to help us run the funds so we can keep playing this game. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good Exchequer, how can they contact you if they're interested in getting a job to work with you and the money of the
You can
kingdom?
reach me at the exchequer@artemisia.sca.org email and send in letters of intent. Thank you.
Thank you. Majesty, I do believe that you have a bit of business with a member of your populace. May I call them forward?
Yes, please.
Their Majesties would call into their presence Alina Rose.
Greetings. How are you? Oh, are you okay?
Stay.
It's been a day? Okay, so we're going to make this really quick then. We would like to say thank you so much for all of the lovely things that you have been doing in the form of arts and sciences in this kingdom. We find that it is wonderful to see you helping to make us and make this game better. And we really, truly appreciate you so much for that.
Yes, there's been very large
Oh, honey.
groups.
he's like,
It's been good information and good people putting your name in and explaining what's been going on because we can't see everything. So people love you and we appreciate what you do.
We would like to recognize you for those things.
Enriching have been the works of our subject Alina Rose, such that they have come to the notice of their royal majesties. Thus, at this time, we, Yuri and Sumaya, are pleased to award unto her a golden maple leaf. Duchess, 4th of March, Anno Societatis 57, being 2023 Gregorian, Sultan Yuri Khan, Khatun Sumaya Sultan, calligraphy and elimination by Varia. For the newest member of the Golden Maple Leaf, Vivat!
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 Vivat! Vivat!
Your Majesties, I do believe you have business with another individual of your court. May I call them forward?
Yes.
Their Majesties would call before them Poplar Childs.
Wow, not just anyone, the popular.
Oh. What? And you scored and everything. Oh, man.
So it came to our notice when we were at Great Western that you were doing an outstanding job in the field of archery. You represented our kingdom very well. You also helped our team, if I recall. Is that correct, Reared? Our team?
True.
To, what was it that we, how well did we do at Great Western?
We won everything, Majesty.
And we cannot do that without absolutely amazing archers in our kingdom, such as you.
Yes. Yeah. We got a lot of input from the other crowns. They were jealous. And they were trying to take you from us, but we got you back. So don't worry about it.
Okay.
But yeah, no, just impressive. It was great to hear that. I was out on the field when I got notified of it, and it was amazing to hear because Artemisia is amazing anyways because of like, and because of the work and the love you have for woodcraft.
Skills in archery. So thank you so much. We would like to recognize you.
Well, please, are we, Yuri and Sumaya, joyous crowns of Artemisia, of the exceptional skill at arms and courage shown by our subject, Poplar Childs. His skill with bow and arrow is renowned throughout the known world, from the bright coasts of the east to the burning sands of Artemisia, and is this day made a member of the Strongbows Yeomen. And reaffirmed these letters by grant or 2 arrows in solitaire vert within a rosary pools. Done this 4th of March, Anno Societatis 57, being 2023 Gregorian, Sultan Yuri Khan, Khatun Sumaya Sultan, calligraphy and illumination by Varya. The medallion is a legacy from Francisco.
Here you go.
Yes. Thank you so very much. Continue to be deadly on the field.
Yes.
Thank you.
For the newest Strongbow Yeoman, Viva!
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 Okay.
The Order of the Chivalry was created to recognize martial prowess. The Order of the Laurel was created to distinguish artistic endeavors. The Order of Defense was created to recognize prowess in rapier combat. For the assistance in maintaining the dream through service, in Anno Societatis 6, the Order of the Pelican was created. The symbol of the Order of the Pelican is a pelican in her piety, a mother pelican piercing her own breast to feed her young of her lifeblood. Such is the legacy of the members of this august order. At this time, their majesties would call before them Sabine Le Crespel.
Forward, march.
Archers, halt. Archers, face. Archers, form. Arch.
Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, and good gentle nobles all, comes before you now Her Ladyship, Sabine La Crespel. She's a member of the Order of the Golden Sun and Splendor, the Strongbow Yeoman, and the second Artemisian to receive the Tête de Mort et de Fleur de Lis. She has held both King's Counsel and Queen's Confidence. She's a member of the Order of the White Duck and the White Goose within the Barony of Loch Salann. She is a holder of an ermine quill, as well as an oleander from the Australia War. She has been Loch Salann's Captain of Archers and Artemisia's premier Diversity, Equity, and Inclusivity Officer, helping to set the standards for the kingdom and the society at large. She is escorted by her family, the household of Barony Arkham, adjacent chosen family, and she processes with a guard of archers and her love and partner, Edward.
Archers, lower. Arch. Archers, face.
These kids today.
That boy, right, I'm telling you what. You could.
Good members of the Order of the Pelican, as space is limited, at this time, we ask you to remain in your seats. There will be a time in the ceremony a bit later when we will ask you to rise, but because of the limited space up here, we would ask you to remain seated for your comfort.
So we asked you a question a little while back. And is it still your intention to accept?
Is there a medallion for this good lady?
Yes. This is provided by your brothers and sisters.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. We have a household medallion. Brothers and sisters. Yes, please. All right. We have multiples. We are going to pass these around. We would ask. Yes.
At this time, their majesties would ask all members of the Order of the Pelican to stand.
If you would hand those, yes. If you would please. Oh, we could go this way. Yeah.
The medallions we pass throughout for the Pelicans to imbue them with their well wishes. When you receive them and had an opportunity, please pass them on to your brethren and then take your leisure. Your Majesties, there are members of the peerages who have words for this fine lady.
Please have them speak.
Is there a member of the Order of Chivalry to speak on her behalf?
Your Majesties, I will speak. I'm Sir Bartholomew Hightower. I'm a knight of the society, a companion of the Laurel and the Pelican. I've been made a citizen of Glenavon. I've been made a baron of the court. I've been made a griffin of Artemisia, defender of the dream. And I've been made an outlaw miscreant of the court of Serengate, my crowning achievement. Your Majesties, I have seen many lights over the years. People that hold the dream, passed on to others. These lights are of all different shapes and sizes. Some from tallow lamps, of smoke coming out of them, and yet provide a beacon for others in the dead of night. I've seen lights that are small, but steadfast. And then, once in a lifetime, you see a light that is pure, white, simple, beautiful. A light of giving, a light of caring. Your Majesties, that is what we see before us today. Someone who has given of themselves, not out of a sense of being recognized by others, or awards within your court. We see someone who gives because they want to give, because they see a need when they fill it. Sabine has done this since the first day that I met her. On her first day in the society, she has been constant and unchanging. I have never cried at one of these, but today the tears well up in my eyes because this has been a long time coming, but we have all seen it, and we should be joyous that this day is here. Your Majesties, Sabine La Crespelle is worthy in the eyes of the chivalry of Artemisia, and I beg you to elevate her to the Order of Pelican.
Is there a member of the Order of Defense to speak on her behalf?
Your Majesties, I would speak on her behalf of the Order of Defense. My name is Lawrence Bacon. Some of you have heard of me. Sabine and I have been friends a very long time, and we have been playing this game for a while now. We've been enjoying this dream for a while. And perhaps 5 years ago, this felt like a different place. Artemisia felt like a different place. There were different challenges. There were different opportunities for us to grow. Sabine's taking on the position of the inclusivity, I don't remember the DEI, thank you, has made a difference that maybe not all of you feel. Some of you have enjoyed the privilege of being what's considered normal around here. Some of you have enjoyed the privilege, and there's nothing wrong with that, of being what's considered common and what's considered expected. Not all of us have. Sabine has fought to make sure all of us feel welcome, to make sure our BIPOC community feels welcome, to make sure our queer community feels welcome, our trans community feels welcome. It feels different here to me. Some of you know, some of you may not. I'm gender fluid. I'm non-binary. I don't fit in just masculine all the time. I appear masculine here. It's not how I live all my life. And I have been terrified to admit that most of the time I've been in the SCA. And today I feel safe. I feel comfortable. I feel like I have my place and can request my pronouns and can be here and invite my friends here and know that people are treated with respect, with dignity, because of the work that Sabine has led up. Now, she hasn't been the only person to work. Clearly, we have had several heroes who have stepped up. Now, I don't know a lot about art. No one's going to accuse me of that. I don't know much about being on the chivalry field. I fought heavy, and I'm not that good. I don't know that much about service, unfortunately. I would like to learn better. But I do know about defense. I do know what Sabine has done to step up, to defend those who did not have a voice previously, to step up, to defend this dream, to make it a safe place for all of us, to make it a joyful, welcoming place for all of us. Your Majesties, on behalf of the Order of Defense, we find her more than worthy as a peer, and we ask you to make her a member of the Pelican, to recognize her where she should be. Thank you for all you've done, Sabine. I'm not going to cry, I promise.
Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel to speak on her behalf?
Majesties, I would love to speak on this lady's behalf. I'm Countess Sarah von Feuerbach. There are so many ways to define what a peer is. You can read all about it in Corpora. But there's also that something that je ne sais quoi, that we feel deeply in our souls when we see someone. And Sabine gives me that gut feeling that this is somebody who is where she needs to be and is touching the lives that she needs to touch. She is the quiet conscience sitting on the shoulder of this kingdom. There have been many times where I have turned to her for guidance, and one of her greatest strengths is being able to look at any situation or issue or problem brought to her with not only an insane amount of level-headed logic, but also compassion and love. She makes everyone feel heard and listened to and safe. This lady is one of the safest spaces of Artemisia. I've called on her many times to either calm me down or to make sure that something was being handled in the best way that it could possibly be handled. Every time
she has come through with the exact right solution. Your Majesties, by every definition, she is a peer, and I wholeheartedly support this candidate for the Order of the Pelican.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican to speak on her behalf?
Your Majesties, if I may, I will speak. I am Baron Rearin ap Worston, Grand Bowmaster and Master of the Pelican, and I speak on behalf of the Pelicans. I have known Sabine since her very first days in the society. I have watched her grow. I have watched her develop. I have watched her in service to the populace, to the baronies, and to the crown of Artemisia. I have personally seen her as our captain of archers, teaching, guiding, inspiring our archers. And just recently, Sabine has been an officer for diversity and inclusion. More than just the diversity and inclusion for all of us, she has helped define this office for our entire society. This is the true hallmark of service. Faultless and with great renown and selfless. On behalf of the Order of the Pelican, I strongly recommend that she be inducted in our order.
Is there a royal peer who would speak on her behalf?
I have words on behalf of Victus, if I may read them. Thank you, Grace. Majesties, Highnesses, good people of Artemisia, I am Duchess Victus Harkensdottir, and I am truly sorry that I could not attend today's event. If I was asked how long I've known Sabine, I wouldn't be able to tell you. She came into the SCA and just belonged. It's like she always had been there, and I was instantly comfortable around her. She is kind, she's compassionate, caring, and authentic. Her desire to help people doesn't come from a need of recognition or praise. Sabine is not only a great addition to this order, but I believe that she is also a standard we should all strive for. We should all learn to be a little nicer, a little bit less judgmental, and more accepting about the people around us. Sabine is one of those people that the SCA can help the SCA be better. I fully endorse your decision to bring her into this order.
And finally, Your Majesty, is there a member of the populace who would speak on her behalf?
I am honored to present the words of Baroness Bela Sol, who could not be here today. Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, good gentles all, I would beg but a moment of your time. I would speak for this woman on behalf of the populace. Before you kneels Sabine, small of stature and sweet of voice, but fierce of spirit and kind of heart. Years ago, she joined the society as a fencer. This was the start of her path. Though proximity didn't suit her, she found a love of stabbing others and has learned to do so at a distance with a not inconsiderable amount of skill. This skilled archer has been the surface person that most people have seen. She has found her niche, nay, her knock in the archery community. She has run practice and organized tournaments so that others can share in her delight. She has also quietly run events and made royalty and nobility alike look poised and prepared for every war, every collegium, and everything in between that they attended while in her care. Sabine has skillfully navigated an ocean of bias and prejudice, fraught with rumors, untruths, and bigotry. Her start was in choppy waters, and she has kept her head above water the entire time. In the process, I have seen this woman go toe-to-toe with krakens and juggernauts and come away better because of it. During the COVID times, she created time and space to address these very issues. She may not have changed the minds of those whom she challenged, but those for whom she fought saw the beacon she had lit in that dark, stormy sea and knew that they had a place to seek safety. It is her unassuming presence that makes Sabine such a value and an asset to the society. It is her warmth, her kindness, and even cuteness that makes one say, I want to be like her when I grow up. To these ends, Sabine is an example of what it means to be a peer. It is not the seeking of accolades that elevates one's status. It is not self-sacrifice in the name of the game that makes one worthy. No, Sabine has shown through word and through action that what it means to be a peer is to show up when you are able and to say, no, I can't do that right now when you are not. To be a peer is to be human and unabashedly so. She is a great example of how not to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Your Majesties, I fully endorse this woman as a pelican of the society, and I am heartbroken that I had to write these words instead of speak them. Vela Sol, Baroness of the Court.
Let this staff prepare you so that you are better prepared to undertake the obligations of this office.
At this time, we would hear no.
Thank you.
This day do I, Sabine of the Spell,
Here do I swear.
here do I swear, by mouth, heart, and hand,
Fealty and service
fealty and service
to the crown
to the crown
and the kingdom of our
and the Kingdom of Artemisia.
I promise
I promise
to uphold the values
to uphold the values
of
grace,
courtesy,
courtesy,
and generosity,
and generosity,
to create and maintain
to create and maintain emotional
and physical safety,
and physical safety,
and cultivate
and cultivate
a sense of belonging
a sense of belonging
for the populace of Artemisia
and the society.
I promise to serve,
I promise to serve,
to teach,
and
advise
advise
to the best
to the best of my ability,
of holding boundaries
upholding boundaries
and protecting the vulnerable.
and protecting the vulnerable.
This I swear to you,
This I swear to you,
here in
here in Sweden,
rightful monarchs of Artemisia,
rightful monarchs of our
and to your successors,
and to your successors.
so say I.
So yeah, Sabine of the
And we, Yuri,
And and we, Samaya,
hear these oaths and know them to be true.
and for our part, we promise to protect you and defend you
your household.
until death take us, these crowns leave our heads, or the stars fall from the sky.
Is there a cap of maintenance? Historically, the cap of maintenance, a hat of crimson, brimmed or lined with ermine, appeared in heraldry as a symbol of dignity and nobility. In our society, the cap of maintenance is a reserved heraldic charge for members of the Order of the Pelican and the symbol of the order.
I'll just stop for a second so I can tell. Don't move. This one's gonna go right.
That's, yeah, let's hold on.
believe there were two.
Right. What? Nice. W once for service. Once for courtesy. I definitely get.
Joyous is the message of the bards that shout great news to the world. Listen to their voices and know. Yuri and Sumaya, crowns of glorious Artemisia, bid you greetings in acknowledgement of her untiring and selfless devotion to the welfare of our kingdom. We hereby elevate Sabine Lacroixbel to the noble order of the Pelican and affirm these letters patent. Her chevron reigning as Durandor, 3 sheaves of arrows argent, and a tortilla of mullet of 8 points argent. Done this 4th of March, Anno Societatis 57, being 2023 Gregorian. Sultan Yuri Khan, Khatun Sumaya Sultan. Calligraphy and illumination by Varia.
Oh, yeah. We gotta keep things. Sorry. Yeah. You stand?
Right?
Turn. Sit down. No. Absolutely. Go ahead and fix it.
Your kingdom for the newest member of the Order of the Pelican. Viva!
Viva! Viva! Viva!
Your Majesty. What?
Please, please.
Your Majesty, I do believe their Excellency have a wee bit of business.
Okay. Cool. I understand what that, right? Okay. Great heed. Now resumes the court of Raven and Sandra, Baron and Baroness of Loch Salann. Rejoice!
Who had a great time today? Who had a greater time than that? See, all of you first ones, you just missed out, obviously. Okay. We've got a few things we want to do. I want to thank everyone for the patience today. It's been an excellent day. We got to play games. We got to hear performances. We got to look at arts. We saw great displays of honor, chivalry, and skill upon the field. And we are thankful to have all of the people who came to see this glorious day, both from across our kingdom and from outside these, outside our society. We're glad you're here. I have a couple things. Okay, and we have the autocrat.
Your Excellencies, call forth the autocrat.
They're cool. They're cool.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for having all the patience that you've had with us today. I'm so grateful everybody had so much fun. There was a lot of fun, laughter, a lot of running around. Got to see some sword fighting. A few quick reminders before we continue on. Site is closed at 9. Everybody must be cleaned up and out of here by 9:30. This place has to be spotless by 9:30. Again, parking in front of the church is only allowed for loading and unloading, so please don't park there any longer than you need to. And yes.
Watercrafts.
And then our people who should have made sure that the bag that was given to us by their excellency, Thousand Eyes, will be sorely flogged, and we'll get you that. Do you have any other announcements for the court? Thank you so much for everything that you've done.
Oh, trying to help you carry your stuff.
Oh. Thank you.
Good job there, Circus.
Oh, Vivat, yes. 3 cheers, Vivat! 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 I said Vivat! Vivat! An extra Vivat because I forgot.
Your Excellencies, I believe there are awards to bestow, and they are growing very quickly.
There's defenders.
Defenders, we do have defenders. We did promise that we'll do the stories after in feast.
Okay, so their Excellencies call before them Zion and Petro.
Lion.
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 Sorry, it looked like a Z.
My fault. Lion. You know where he is? Or you could just leave him lying around? Jokes, Frank. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. So Petro's here.
Here comes the apologize.
Oh,
There he is.
Lions got good top.
Where can you?
And Geo too.
Oh, look at that. We got triple.
Right there.
Awesome.
All right. You fought well today. I only got the last bit because I was doing other things, but I did enjoy watching your fights. Personally fought, which was Drayden. Yes, thank you. I got his name wrong earlier, and that's why.
Be it known that Lion, by might of arms, has this day conquered the great brine. This is difficult.
There's text on the back.
Well, that's difficult. Be it known that Lion, by might of arms this day, has conquered the great brine shrimp and won the title of regular defender of the Barony of Loch Salann. They shall henceforth be entitled to the honor and duties associated with this title. Done this 4th day of March, Anno Societatis 57, being the year 2023, Gregorian, calligraphy and illumination by Lady Sataki Nanami. The Raven Baron, Saja Baroness, Baronage of Loch Salann.
These cloaks are a symbol of your being our defender of Loch Salann. And this one is yours. I ask you as a symbol of your
Might use some faith that word the
is starts talking. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then, of course, we made that really great point about we're bringing it back. Yeah, no pun intended. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. I am as often as you can. We'd love to have you as part of our red network. But you are welcome. You are welcome. our place. And we have another scroll. What are you?
By a lady.
Lady
doctor,
Cabana.
and then on it.
Be it known that Petro has been chosen as the consort of the conqueror of the great brine shrimp and is known as the bait most likely to lure it from its lair. In recognition of the specialized abilities required, they shall be known as shrimp bait, and we thank them for their part in defending the barony. Signed this 4th day of March, Anno Societatis 57, being the year 2023 Gregorian. Raven Baron, Sasha Baroness, calligraphy and illumination by
Franz Bronwyn.
That's how you say that correctly. Right, turn. I will take you. All right. For our
For a rapier.
3 cheers for the defender and the brine shrimp bait. Viva! 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 Viva!
Yeah. Thank you. Well, thank you.
Their Excellencies would call before them Hago and Arabella.
We're good. No need to. We're good. Don't need one for both of you. Here you go. That was a great fight. There's some greats there. There's some good fights there. Made me jelly. Tell you that. It's fun watching you fight. If I ever get a chance to play with the fight went well. I keep me hoping. It's good. All right.
Be it known that when the arthropodic abomination known as the great brine shrimp slunk from the salty sea and threatened to devour the barony we call home, that Hago arose to meet that dastardly decapod, and in a whirl of anti-crustacean courage, fought sword against mandible, shield against maxilliped, until they at last vanquished the foul beast, forcing it back into the brackish depths with its tail between its many, many legs. In thanks for this deed, we name them Defender of Barony of Loch Salann and entitle them to all honors and duties pertaining thereunto. Done this 4th day of March, Anno Societatis 57, being 2023, by the Gregorian reckoning. Raven Baron, Sasha Baroness, calligraphy and illumination by Jonathan Carden.
And the others.
Be it known that when the time arose to lure the great brine shrimp to leave its lair, none was found more pleasantly pulchritudinous to the prawnish predilection than Bella, who valorously volunteered to invade the Levile vermin into vacating that villainous vault. Once tempted from its saliverous stronghold, the great shrimp soon succumbed to Solanian steel, and the defenders drove it away into exile for 1 more year. For this deed, we name them shrimp bait and charge them with the duties and honors pertaining to this ancient title. Done this 4th day of March, Anno Societatis 57, being 2023, by the Gregorian reckoning. Raven Baron, Sasha Baroness, calligraphy and illumination by Jonathan Carden.
Like you. We would like you. While we do this, how many of our past defenders do we have in the audience today? It's really, really cool. So you look at all those people. Remember, if you count all of those people, that's only that many people have been able to have had the honor of wearing that particular item. Pretty cool. This one. Thank you very much.
3 cheers for the defender in the shrimp bait. Viva! 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 Your Excellencies, call before them Virgil.
Don't make me wait. Hi, Virgil. I did some stuff today. You know what you did wrong? You know why you're here?
While the mighty Loch Salann warriors are out defending our lands from the horrific saline-swilling demon decapod, our artisans are busy creating the many things we need to live and enjoy our time. Without them, we would be lacking the food they prepare, the clothing they construct, the tools they build, and the art we admire. We, Raven and Saja, Baron and Baroness, do recognize one today who excels as an artisan. It has been decided in stiff competition this day that Virgil shall be named the Defender of Arts and Sciences of the Barony of Loch Salann.
Oh, yeah.
We now charge them with tasks of continuing to produce their art and demonstrate their skills. Done this 4th day of March, Anno Societatis 57, being the year 2023 in the Common Era. Raven Baron, Sasha Baroness, calligraphy and illumination by Merlin Birch Owen. Everyone. Everyone. Yeah, goodbye.
Virgil, this is worn by many, many fine artisans, some okay ones too, over the years. Looking forward to seeing more from you in that area.
3 cheers for our newest defender. Viva! 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 Viva!
We look forward to your story of how you moved this decapod into submission. Thank you. What next?
Your Excellencies, call before them Ellen Dispenser.
Ellen, fucking classic.
So,
What
some
she had
things.
words.
Some things we've heard, some things we've seen of your willingness to share this dream with the younger people and to encourage these kids from these high schools to not only come to events, but to teach classes at events. And so
The newcomer is the lifeblood of our society, but they would become lost without guidance and support. Much like the loon bears its young upon its back during their formative years, the leaders of our newcomers help to guide new individuals as they join and navigate our society. It is to recognize these people that Junker and Una created the loon in Anno Societatis 48 and named Casimira Jelani. No, I said that wrong. Thank you. Elias Tigger, Robert the Raven McLeod, and reared Atworston its premiers. At this time, their Excellencies Raven and Sasha wish to name Elwyn Dispenser as the newest member of the Order of the Loon. Done this day, the 4th of March, Anno Societatis 57, being the year 2023 by the Gregorian reckoning. Raven Baron, Sasha Baroness, calligraphy by Brooke Matson of Arnhold, illumination by Jonathan Carden.
I'd like to just add that it's more than just the work that you've done with your youth group in the school. You take joy in sharing the SCA with people who are not in the SCA. We all love to explain this game we do. We all love to talk about it. You take a great joy in sharing what we do in every way you can find. And this is why we wanted to do this game. Sorry, it took me so long with the words.
3 cheers for the newest member of the Order of the Loon. Viva! 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 Viva!
Is there a limit?
I feel like if there's not,
I think there's
you're gonna make one
I
up.
remember mine. It was.
Right.
Your Excellencies, I believe Her Excellency has business with Lord Wolfram and calls him forth. There we go.
There's the bird.
I have not only heard good things about you, but I saw your today. And I would like to ask you to be my champion for this 1 year.
Viva. Three cheers for Her Excellency's newest champion. Viva! 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 Her Excellency, I believe, also has business with His Excellency Tirla and calls him forth. Uh-oh.
You know what you did.
He's out in the hallway, down the back hallway. You're locked.
You're locked.
Good things happening.
Rubble.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I've heard great things about you. Online? No. No, I don't think it's online. The fact that you take responsibility for your life.
You own it.
You own it. It's yours. And that is what I'm
Three cheers for the Baron's newest champion. Viva! 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 Now closes the court of Baron Raymond and Baroness Saja, Baronage of Loch Salann.
Yeah. I was going to.
Recesses the court.
Yep.
There you go.
That's right. We do have other business planned during court or during feast. So if you are there, we'd be happy to have you there for the rest of the business tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellencies. Your Majesties, I do believe you have business with a not member of our kingdom.
Oh, yes. Yes.
With your permission, may I call them forward?
Yes, please.
Their Majesties would call before them at this time
Right Ibn al-Darur.
Oh, yeah. We hope we got that right.
Was that close? At
Are we
all?
close?
Okay.
It was our intent to speak with you at War of the Phoenix, but we realized that you were busy elsewhere. But it had come to our notice through people in our lands that you have a tendency to work extremely hard, not only just in your kingdom, but also in the SCA as a whole, to provide things that we consider absolutely wonderful. Frivolity, joy, but also ensuring that people feel welcome and are safe.
Yes, it was brought to our attention, and we discussed it with your crowd
Yes.
and had it approved. So we would definitely like to show you how much we appreciate what you do for the DEA, the DEI office, not the DEA.
Well, you know,
It could
maybe.
be. I'm not gonna rat you out right now. So, but no, we've heard good things, and we really wanted to give you the proper accolade to support that. So, please listen to our hero.
In the Kingdom of Artemisia, we hold inclusion, diversity, and equality as some of our highest virtues. In Anno Societatis 54, to recognize beacons of these virtues, great monarchs, Floki and Woodbear, created the Order de la Tête de Mort et la Fleur de Lis, named in honor of Baron Armand and his embodiment of those ideals. Today, we, Yuri and Sumaya, induct Rahi Ibn al-Darur for their long-lasting work towards making the dream available to all. Signed this 4th day of February, Anno Societatis 57, being 2023 in the common area, really marked 4th, it's okay. Sultan Yuri Khan, Sumaya Sultan, calligraphy and illumination by Kamaharmik Michael.
I've tried really hard to not necessarily talk about Armand per se, but more to talk about the spirit and the light that we see in people, and the embodiment of him. And I believe that recognizing anyone, whether they be in our kingdom or not, is one of the best ways that we can have his light carried on, and that we can have others experience that joy. So I would just ask that you continue to
Be the inspiration for what he wants.
Thank you so
about love and life and everything.
Okay, there it is.
There it is. Got it. Didn't lose an ear? No. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So please.
Oh,
For the newest member of the Tête de Mort, Viva!
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 Majesties.
Nope, I'm good.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm good.
Okay. Your Majesties, I do believe you have another bit of business with an individual who is unable to be here today, and you would like to speak on that.
Oh, yes. Sometimes in these lovely days that we have, there are hard choices that have to be made. And those choices involve deciding whether you are going to be able to attend an event or you are going to go ahead and stay home because you know that there are vulnerable people that you may risk possibly exposing to whatever the plague. Here, yes. It can be very hard to make those decisions. They can be gut-wrenching. They can make you feel like you are letting people down, but in reality, what you are really doing is saying to your people, I love you, and I am willing to sacrifice a day of fun to enjoy, or so that you all may be able to enjoy it, and you may be safe. So we wanted to, even though the person is not here, we wanted to make sure that we said that and that we explained why we're having this taken care of here.
One and all, hear these words. We, Yuri and Shemaiah, crowns of glorious Artemisia, have witnessed the courtesy, valor, and prowess of Kano Hiroshi, notice hero. In recognition of these qualities, we name him a defender of the citadel.
Viva!
And by this grant, we affirm his right to bear arms to wit, stable, a roundel within a mullet of 8-pointed, voided, and interlaced argent. We ask him to continue his good works. Done this 4th of March, Anno Societatis 57, being 2023 Gregorian. Sultan Yuri Khan, Khatun Sumaya Sultan, calligraphy and illumination by Varia.
So, this gentleman has been quite the fight for the last few years. Every time I show up, every few months to their area, he is always a challenge, always learning, always doing everything he can to make the fight and to improve himself, along with helping anybody else along with him. So we definitely feel that he deserved this in this case. So it is known in court now, and we will make sure we get it to him somehow. If somebody, Bart, maybe could probably bring it to them. So
Let's handle that.
We can handle it
we'll get that afterward.
Yes, thank you.
Your Majesties, I do believe we have one final bit of business in this evening's court. It's not very big or important.
No.
Can we get that done with? Okay.
Sure.
Well, Your Majesties, I do believe that you would like to request the presence of their Excellencies Count Gabriel and Countess Sarah to attend you now.
Yes, we would.
Please.
Your Majesties. Your Majesties,
On this truly auspicious occasion.
Yes, quite suspicious.
Auspicious.
Sure, why not?
We must find a way to call the presence.
There'd be no living enough.
Indeed, it's true. Double peers are utterly insufferable.
Hey,
You're triple.
brother. It would be complicated. Simply call him.
Couch Barney.
No. We mustn't make light. We must call him in a manner befitting his station.
So should we call him out by his many titles?
You mean the many rapier awards that he has garnered the length and breadth of the land? His numerous tournament wins? Shall we call him with his barony? With his herald extraordinaire? Indeed, should we call him?
Seems a bit much, isn't it?
I don't need to go into that.
But I will say, it does speak to his prowess.
His titles and accomplishments from all of the many years. So many years. So many that we cannot do them justice in the time that we have.
Well, perhaps, brother, you do have the right of it. At the beginning, you said call him by his name.
Family, His Excellency, Master Don Connor McMichael.
Sure. Okay. Your Majesties, at this time, as he has presented himself in a style of sorts, Your Majesties will come before them all other members of the Order of Defense.
Sketches.
So, Connor, many, many, many months ago, our lovely crown prior to us asked you a question. While there was not necessarily enough time that they felt could be given to you a proper ceremony, they asked us if we were willing to say that we would carry forth their request and their wishes. We said yes, and so they asked you a question. What is your answer?
Majesties. Majesties. Absolutely not about power. So we're here. Thank you.
Are there or is there a caller?
Your Majesties, there's also a collar, a gift from Anton de Buell.
We would, yes, and we will pass these around, that the order might imbue them with your love.
Your Majesties, members of the various peerages have words to speak on Connor's behalf. May I call them forward, please? Is there a member of the Order of Chivalry to speak on his behalf?
Your Majesties, there is.
Your Majesties, Royal Highnesses, Your Excellencies, Lords and Ladies, I am Basil, the first Artemisian Duke. And I am here to have words about this wonderful man.
many years ago, and I'm talking many years ago, mid-90s, I was fortunate enough to be Baron and about to become Prince. Not His Royal Highness, but the Prince of Artemisia. And into the event saunters this tall, gangly young man, and I do mean very young. Now, on each arm is a young lady, and he was quite preening about. And I can imagine why, a young lady on each arm. What a great day. And he, when I first saw him, I wondered, how long will this young man last? The answer is very long. I got the privilege of watching him grow, not just socially, but he decided he wanted to fight, and he took up heavy fighting for a while. I remember a couple of sessions of wrapping him on the bottom several times. And then he found his true calling. I watched him take up the blade on the rapier field, and almost immediately he was stunning. And with practice, he became quite lethal. Upon the fields, whether it's at war or whether it's in a tournament, Connor is a beast. Yet, he also takes the gentlest touch from the rapier point as a kill. He fights with honor and integrity and passion. What more could you ask for upon this field? Your Majesties, I do heartily endorse this candidate.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel to speak on his behalf?
Your Majesty, I am Floki, not Tolki. I am known as Floki, Bear Slayer. Floki, Bear Slain. I am Floki, Hellwalker. And Floki, Whitebeard. I am the son of Lambi, the son of Snorri, the son of Boli, the son of Helgi. Oh, yeah, him. Right. Your Majesty, as a member of the Order of the Laurel, I must address the artistry of the gentleman before you. Rapier is often called the art of defense. But to master an art, you must push it beyond the boundaries that you found when you engaged in the first place. And this gentleman before you has expanded the art of the rapier. He has created new frontiers and new challenges for all who follow him. And as a member of the Order of the Laurel, I can only say, this is what mastery looks like. So I implore you, please, admit him to the Order of Defense, as he is truly a master, and the kingdom shall suffer if you do not.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican to speak on his behalf?
I, Timur, Master of the Pelican, will have words of this man's service. Service comes in many, many flavors. Some of that is close to the home, close to the heart. Others expand beyond the baronial realm to the kingdom realm. Then those will push even farther than that into the society world. This individual has served on all three levels. This individual has served the rapier community, thus serving Artemisia and serving the society in the dream on a higher level in which the most of us can only look in awe. Your Majesties, this individual, dare say this great individual, is truly worthy of this accolade. As a member of the Pelicans, we beseech you to allow him entrance.
there a member of the royal peers who would speak on his behalf?
Your Majesty, please. Your Majesties, Your Excellencies, good people of Artemisia, I am Duke Sir Sean Kirkpatrick Tarragon, Companion of the Order of the Pelican, Knight of the Society, Viscount of Artemisia, Duke, second native Duke of Artemisia. I speak to you on behalf of Connor Harvick Michael, Couchborn Connor, however you want to pronounce that. Connor's story is, especially related to me, is a story of growth. He and I have known each other for these many months. And we have watched each other succeed, and we have watched each other fail. And we have encouraged each other in our growth. For as royal peers, we look to that growth and the growth of our society. It has been my great pleasure to watch Connor over the years, after recognizing him as a companion of the Order of the White Scarf, to continue in his growth, to suffer with him as he fails, as he has suffered with me as I have failed, and as we have grown together. Connor, you have taken the necessary steps to grow beyond what you had been when we recognized you as a companion of the Order of the White Scarf. And in that growth, I have watched you become a teacher as well. I have watched you travel the known world and teach at every opportunity where you were able to make the rapier community stronger, to encourage other fighters. And you have done so deftly. You have learned that skill as I have learned that skill as well. I'm delighted to see your growth. I'm just delighted to see you recognized as a member of the Order of Defense. And I look forward to growing with you for many more months yet to come. Majesties, I highly recommend this individual for inclusion in this order.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Is there a Lady of the Rose who would speak on his behalf?
Your Majesties, there is. Your Majesties, I am Duchess Karen von Katzenberg, by the grace of the noble Duke who has recently left here. I will speak for this gentleman. Yes, I said gentleman. His Excellency Baron Connor is a loyal subject and a devoted servant of the present and former queens of this realm, both on and off the field of combat, where he excels in skill and chivalry. He is an excellent and conscientious herald, well experienced in research and in court protocol and management. His ongoing labor of love, though, is the annual Rose and Butterfly Tournament, which honors present and previous royal consorts with an opportunity to showcase the rapier community and provides the fighters therewith with an opportunity to show their courteous demeanor as well as their martial skill. This tournament is his creation. He makes the rules. He will also bend his own rules to allow more fighters to participate. I have on more than one occasion found myself with extra fighters to sponsor, as more than the 3 that I am usually entitled to, as a new or unexpected person arrived and His Excellency approved the sponsorship. This is a most noble and dedicated gentleman, well deserving of this honor. As the Queen who embroidered his name and mine on the Artemisian white scarf, I endorse this elevation with all my heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Is there a member of the Order of Defense who would speak on his behalf?
Majesty, I would speak for this man. If I may address the populace.
Please. I've known this man for a very long time.
A few months.
Only a few months.
Like
Yes.
Sean said,
Yep.
a few months.
Few months. Oddly enough, in those of you who know me, the way I met this man, I came screaming into combat, trying to kill everything that I could, not a thought in my mind of any skill, of any inspiration, of any way other than just getting the work done. Many a time after I met this man, the first time, he pulled me aside and said, "Hey, start thinking." So I started thinking. And the more I started thinking, the more I realized he became an inspiration not just to me, but a lot of us who started at this time period. You've been a good friend. Been there when I needed you. So yes, I absolutely ask you, please, allow this man to be a member of the Master of Defense.
Is there a member of the populace to speak on his behalf?
There is, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, Your Excellency, Gentle Paul. I am Lord Jose Andres de la Cruz. I would speak for this man. Sadly, not all of these words are mine own. For the gentleman who would be speaking for him is another of the populace, an honored member of the Rapier Field, Lord Jathan, whose last name I cannot pronounce properly. I would like to share my words of admiration to be carried by long-range pigeon to the House Broken Rock that will cross the oceans and many seas to be read aloud to you all. I am honored to have the opportunity to be part of this most deserved elevation for our long time friend, Connor. Many. What can I say about a man who can say so much about himself? Wait for a laugh. I can regale you with stories on and off the battlefield, or of many I have sitting around any given time for the last 25 plus years of our existence, long before any earned titles. Instead, I will quickly tell of the first time I met Connor on the field, when I only knew him mundanely as Mike at an uprising war in 2002 Gregorian. Standing in a hero stance on the side of the Rapier Field, next to a picturesque forest, was a much younger version of Connor, sporting a large brimmed plumed hat, flashy doublet, a flowing red scarf in his arm, a blade in his hand, and a reverent voice which could be heard from any camp on those war grounds as he rallied the nearby weapon-clad fighters to attention to begin a combat scenario. I watched everything and everyone that day, trying to make headway of all that I was seeing, acts of prowess, pageantry, and silliness. I knew that day I was not going to be the last time I would witness a coin in the endless vault of memories and moments that would involve the currency of my friend Connor. It was one of the key experiences that opened the door for me to make this society a part of my life. Connor was one of my first pickup fights and instructors of the NCAA combat. His style and demeanor has not faltered even since that day. He took the time to show me basics and set in motion a few pickup fights that day, and even through the frustrations of my newbie self. That day would also be an inspirational moment in my own path in this kingdom. On that day, I remember watching in amusement how he commanded the field and dispatched his opponents with purpose and poise. During this same day, I also witnessed conversations about heraldry, art, combat, plus many other things that made absolutely no sense to me. I was greatly inspired to know that what in God's name he was talking about. He may not know this, but he is my favorite opponent. Every time we met on the field, I gained so much wealth of experience from our absolute fun combat engagements. He has always made it look easy because he puts in the work of a scholar, professor, and student of history. He has a style of his own, a candor trademarked that even strangers know of him before they even meet. We all know many stories of and functions of this man, a novel of lifetime achievements and humble beginnings. As part of a kingdom, he has produced historical documentation as well as strengthening the art of defense through research and participation. He has hordes of paper after paper after paper in boxes and filing cabinets of decades of information, knowing someday it would be used to help share and commemorate the Artemisian timeline of the many events and people and heraldry over the course of this kingdom's history. He knows more about our kingdom than most of anyone. Connor, you have always been a grand part of the SCA experience for me and many others. The clay that has helped me mold my passion for this lifestyle of history and the art of defense. And with all that said, Artemisia, as I know it, would not be the same without you. I humbly ask the kingdom to support my voice of the from the populace and admit Connor into the order of defense. And on a personal note, briefly, this man has been my mentor, my instructor, my comrade on the field, my opponent, and I have been his pincushion. But most importantly, he's been my friend and my family. And this is long overdue, this honor that you bestow upon him. Thank you. Thank you.
So, try that.
Queen's Grace, please. Yes. This day we would hear your oath. Gabriel, please.
Your Majesties, if I may say first, many of our kingdoms that I'm thinking about have had their soon-to-be brothers and sisters with blades. We discussed this. No oath that I take can be under duress or consent. I'll touch no blade. Majesties, I, Connor with Michael, am in fealty to the crown of Artemisia. I have been in fealty to the crown of Artemisia. Today we begin a kingdom. I reaffirm that oath. Her Majesty John Curran gave me a white scarf. I reaffirm that oath. When somebody made me elevate me to the order of the Pelican. Somebody, Your Highness. I will not swear guilty. I will say that my fealty to the kingdom has not wavered in all of that time, nor shall it ever. I oath to the crown, kingdom, my fellow members of the Order of Defense, the Rapier community, to do what I have done these many, many months. Continue to do it. Continue to do it as I see fit. Continue to do it as I think benefits the crown, kingdom, community, the Order of the Rose that I have served entire journey of mine. To always do my best. And all of you guys. That is my oath.
And we hear this oath and know it to be true. And
No.
for our part,
No. We, Samaya,
and we, Yuri, sorry. And Gabriel.
and we, Sarah, hear your oaths and know it to be true. And for our part, we promise to protect and defend you
And your household.
till these
Till these crowns.
till these crowns leave our hands. Death take us, or the stars fall from the sky.
The Majesties would invite all ladies of the rose now to present his color.
Oh, yes. Which one? Which one is you? It's just you. This one's you. Ladies, please. Evan. We dub you once for grace. We dub you twice for courtesy. We dub you Master of Defense.
Majesty, I believe before we can read the scroll, there's one final thing you must do.
Oh, gosh, that's. Let it for a moment.
Oh, yeah. Everybody get up. Give her a back.
I'm lefty.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why I asked Majesty to ask one last time if he
Yep.
consent.
Consent?
That's you, baby.
Let it be known to all here in the temple and to all who these presents come that on this day we, Yuri and Samaya, monarchs of glorious Artemisia, mindful as we are of the nobility, chivalry, and skill with the blade of our beloved subject, Hunter McMill, in his service to the crown and to this kingdom, on this day elevate him unto the honorable rank of Master of Defense. We affirm by letters patent to his sole and exclusive use these arms: ermine, a dragon, serpent procure, a border rainy sable, done by our hands the 4th day of March, Anno Societatis 57, being 2023 in the common era. Yuri, Samaya, Khan, and Sultan Khatun. Calligraphy and illumination by Duchess Karen von Katzenberg. The populace for the newest master of defense. Viva!
Viva! Viva! Viva!
Don't do that. Her Majesty will
Sparkle, sparkle.
end you people.
Thank you also.
Just take him to the back.
You want to come say hi?
You only have the one final thing to do, and that is address your populace on this day.
Well, that was an action-packed day. Thank you all, and we're looking forward to everybody enjoying your dinner, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you all so much. It really is a pleasure to serve on these terms, and you make it all so much better. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hearing no final business in today's court, hearing closes the court of their Majesty's Yuri and Sumail. Long live the king!
Long live the king!
Long live the queen!
Long live the queen!
Long live the crown prince!
Long live the crown princess! Long live the crown princess!
Long live the stolen lands of Artemisia!
Viva! Viva! Viva!
If you want to eat faster, help take thrones and chairs and stuff down.
And here we end court.
You got it? We done? All right. Cool.